I'm Madison Iseman. I am playing Sienna / Athena.
And I'm Diego Tinoco. I'm playing Mysterious Assassin, aka Nero.
Nero.
Can you talk a little bit about the chemistry between your two characters and obviously the main character?
Yeah, so our storyline definitely connects.
It's definitely hard,
But
not giving too much away.
Yeah.
That's definitely a hard thing talking about
Yeah.
everything right now.
Yeah.
But
We didn't get too many interactions on set
not too many.
that
no.
didn't involve screaming and a
Yes.
bit of pain.
And Seiya is very much at the forefront of this whole
Yes.
film. So I would
Yeah.
say we very much balance around Seiya this
Yeah.
whole story without saying too much. Yes.
I know the panel's in like in an hour, so I think we'll learn more.
Yes.
But I actually wanted to ask about like Sienna or Athena. Do we know that she is Athena early on?
These are all the questions I knew we were going to get that I was so scared. I mean, we have been sworn to secrecy on so much. And
Got it.
until there is a trailer that comes out, I will say Sienna is there and Athena is there as well. And
I mean, it's known in the comic books, you know. She holds the power of Athena, the
right.
goddess of war, most powerful goddess there is. So it's there, and it'll be there. In the
And it's
film.
fulfilling. I feel like the fans are definitely going to get the story that they want from it. I think everyone will be very satisfied. Yeah.
So what can you tell me about your particular characters, without getting into too much spoilers, and how do you compare yourself to the main role?
So I would describe Nero as a deviously intelligent young man with a very strong point of view in life and the way he does things, and that could be misinterpreted as a very cold and heartless person. But in his own mind, he's doing everything for a reason, right? So he's doing it because he truly believes it's the best possible way to do things for himself, for the people around him, for all of humanity. And in the third act of the movie, we're really going to see how dirty Nero is willing to play to get what he wants. And yeah, I think my approach to taking on this role and any other role is just to read the script, do your homework obviously, and try to justify your character's actions and not try to make him a villain or a hero, but just make him a person with motivations and behavioral patterns and such.
And Sienna is a young woman who's in hiding and living under the care of Almond, and because she is the coming reincarnation of Athena, the goddess of born wisdom. And she's a little stubborn and hard-headed, but I think all of that comes from, she sort of is struggling with like an identity crisis and an imposter syndrome of her true destiny and where her path is supposed to take her, which, part of her would rather just be a young girl and run away and be a normal teenager for a couple hours. But as far as research, I mean, it was definitely, I think we were two of the last cast, I think. So we had about...
They saved the best for last.
They did.
That's
They
true.
did.
That's what they say.
Yes, we had a short amount of time to do a lot of research, and there was a lot of research. As you know, the universe is massive. So, and thank God there were specialists on set, so anytime we had any questions about anything, I think they hated us probably by the end of filming with all the questions that we had. But in that, and like a lot of research on Greek mythology specifically, because I really didn't know much about it. But yeah, I feel like it was just information. At least for me, I was like, I want to know as much as I can. There's a huge responsibility that comes with being a part of this universe because the fans have been a part of it for decades, and you really, this is for them, and we want to give them the best movie possible. And I feel like that really comes from understanding what we're doing. Yeah.
Could you talk a little bit about Tomek, his style and personality as a director?
Yeah, so Tomek is obviously very experienced in this world. He's coming off The Witcher, which is a pretty great and established show with Henry Cavill, if you haven't seen it. And working with him was a blast. I mean, you always knew when you were doing a good job or when you weren't, because he'd always do like this happy dance when he got the take that he liked.
He's a very serious guy, but he would always, if you could get Tomek to dance, you'll have to bring it up to him. Tell him he told you.
And you knew when you didn't get a take that was good, because he would flat out just tell you. He'd be like,
You'd be like, yeah, you can do better.
you could do better. So, I enjoyed that honesty. It wasn't an ego trip with him. It wasn't, we put emotions to the side when it came to the work. It's either good or wasn't, and there was a vision to be captured, and I think we certainly captured it.
So I'm actually going to turn and talk about the actions, because we also have Andy here. Can you tell us a little bit more about like what action we can expect, like fighting and like I know the original series is more like sci-fi, but tell us about like the action of the movie.
Well, I'm sure Andy will probably be able to tell you more about this, but what's so cool and what I think personally makes the movie is they really created their own thing. Like all of the action sequences are very specific. They feel like they come straight from the manga, the anime, and they just have a specific quality to them that I haven't seen done before, which I think Andy's so great at anyways, is creating his own style.
Yeah.
And then you and McKenny both are they're so good. You guys take a lot of the fighting.
We had a lot of action stuff. Yeah, I gotta admit, I was pretty nervous working with such an icon and legend like Andy. He's worked on several movies with Jackie Chan, my own personal favorite, Marvel Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So this isn't a rookie, choreographer. This is like somebody who knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for so many years. And each project that he does, adding on to what Madison said, he does it and he knows what he's doing, and each project has its own style. And I think we're going to see something that's new and exciting, and we owe it all to Andy.
And it's really good. It's very cool. Like even and in the panel you guys will see. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But there's things to see, and everyone might be getting a sneak peek, and it's this will probably come out after the panel, right?
You're gonna get a sneak peek.
There's a sneak peek,
and it's
literally just his stunt team, and
Epic.
it is
Epic.
shot by shot. It is so impressive. He's just the coolest man.
And his whole entire stunt team is
They're
like great to work with.
incredible.
Yeah,
They're
They really
cool.
took us under their wing.
Yeah. I think that's the most impressive part of everything, is everything Andy's created.
Yeah.
Excellent, thank you.
So how would you say Knights of the Zodiac is different from other live action adaptations of like manga and animes?
I mean, I feel like it's so new, like more and more we're gonna start seeing this trend kind of come to life and happen.
Exactly, yeah.
But I feel like the number one thing is just because Saint Seiya specifically has been around for so long, and we're doing this with Toei Animation too. Like they're the people who've been a part of this, so I don't think they would put out anything that they thought was distasteful to the original anime. I hope not. I've heard from many people inside that like they really love it too, and we have the right team behind it. I think that's what's really going to be important in the end.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen Marvel do it with their films, you've seen DC do it with their films, and I think we're entering a new stage in cinema where anime is transitioning over to making their our in movie theaters, live action adaptations. You're seeing it with One Piece, you're going to see it with our film, and I'm sure our film and One Piece are going to be the gate openers to this whole new storm of anime live action adaptations. So it's an exciting time.
Are they doing it now too? I mean, it's everywhere. Like it's very impressive. I think Netflix is they've put in so much money behind their anime section. It's very cool. It's cool to be a part of it.
They're redoing Death Note, I think, too, right?
Yeah, that's what it's
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So-
That'll be fun.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sensitive material.
Toei Animation has talked about this film as being the basis for future films. I know this film obviously hasn't been released yet, but having done your research and acted in this project, how much more potential for more stories and more films do you see here?
So much.
I mean, there's so many the anime, there's so many stories within this anime, there's so many different characters and
We barely scratched the surface of the first chapter.
but I will say that we focused very thoroughly on that surface, so it didn't feel like it was all over the place, right?
And also, it's an easy introduction, so if you have no idea what Knights of the Zodiac is, or Saint Seiya, or the entire universe, it's spoon-fed in a way where also I think diehard fans will get everything they want, but if you have no idea, you're not going to be completely lost. And it's a really great introduction film to a lot of the main characters that you'll see throughout, and then of course if there's sequels, That would be awesome. People need to
Oh,
go
yeah.
watch it so that we can make sequels. But it's a great opportunity to have more fresh faces
I
come
keep
along
saying
too.
that Sienna and Nero need their own spin-off.
They
so
do.
Maybe we'll see that after this one.
Well, I'm actually going to go off of that because I know, like, before you are cast, like, you have to do, like, a chemistry read, you do reads with the director. So what was it like for you two? Did you guys do a chemistry read together, or was it
So
just like a...
our first interaction was, I mean, believe it or not, we flew on a 13-hour flight right next to
Yeah.
each other, and I had no idea. I would
Crazy.
look
Yeah.
over and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's her, but I don't want to be a creepy guy and be like, are you Sienna? And then there's her being like, no, get away. But the first time we all read it out loud, it was in Budapest. It was me, Madison, Tomek, McKenyu, our producers, our writers, everybody, or not our writers,
Was
sorry.
Famke and Sean there?
Famke was not there. She didn't fly in. She was shooting something else at the time. But we had everybody else there, and it was just electric. I mean,
Yeah.
you instantly, you heard it, you felt it. The chemistry was there, and I got goosebumps, in that room.
Yeah, because we never read together. I met a lot with Tomek before, just talking about everything they wanted to accomplish too, and they just always had such a clear image of what they wanted right from the beginning. But yeah, I didn't meet with McKenyu either until we
Yeah.
got out.
That was
to
the first
Budapest.
time we all sat down
yeah.
and met each other.
They had a lot of trust in us. Which was nice.
I ate her pizza
You did eat my
before
pizza.
I met her.
Yeah, we flew
I'll
into
just say that.
Budapest and went straight into quarantine.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
ordered a pizza. I was so excited. And it said it was delivered, and then it never showed up.
It got dropped off to my house, to my apartment thing, and then me and my dad just ate it.
Yeah,
I
Diego
felt
ate my
bad.
pizza.
So that was my introduction to Madison, to Sienna.
But you guys work, like, really well. Like, I mean, it feels like you guys have been, like,
We
buddy
like
buddy
each
for, like,
other.
so long.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Yeah, she's all right.
Oh, sorry, I know.
Oh, are
We're
you?
gonna mosey you two over here.
do
Or
it.
you guys got any more questions?
Do you have one last question?
Yeah, very quick. If
Yeah.
they could adapt any anime into a live action for you to play in, if you watch anime, what would it be?
I'm such a baby to anime. I have so much catch up to do. You probably know way more than I do.
It's been done, and it hasn't been done right. I think we have the technology now for it. Dragon Ball Z, Gohan. I would want to play Gohan
Yeah?
in the Dragon Ball Z
You could do it.
live action adaptation.
I would watch it.
I'm just not sure what chapter. Maybe like the Cell saga.
Yeah.
Maybe when he's fighting Majin Buu and all those guys. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Only time will tell.
Definitely could.
That'd be awesome. That'd be
I'll
perfect.
start the campaign.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Starting it now.
Rally them, yes.